Hey folks, here's the fold that we did in class. We took a square piece of paper and you take one edge and just fold it on top, perfectly on top of the other edge, which is going to really kind of make a crease right in the middle of your paper, right? Cutting one side and the other side identical to each other, right? And this is called a valley fold because you can see hopefully on the camera here that you got like a valley in there, right? Okay, so we got our valley fold. That's fold number one right there. And I'm thinking I should darken that in a little bit. So let's see if I just kind of show you in case you can't see where that crease is. Okay. Now, the next step we're going to do is a little trickier. I mean, I don't think gets any easier than that, but that fold that we just did, pretty darn easy, right? We're going to take this corner right down here and we're going to fold it along here somewhere. We're not exactly sure where it needs to go, but we know that corner right there needs to be on that valley fold that we just made. Okay, so what I'm saying is I don't know where it needs to be because I want my crease, this crease that's being formed right down here, I want it to go right through that corner right over there. So I keep moving it up the valley fold until I feel like my crease is going to go right through that corner right down there. Okay, and I want to make sure that this bottom right corner is staying on my valley fold. Okay. So let's see if I crease it right there. Will it make, no, it's going to miss. I got to go a little higher. Okay. I want it to be as accurate as I can get it. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now, once you commit, oh yeah, you have no turning back, right? You've already got your crease on there. So don't be too frustrated if it's not perfect. It'll come out. Your calculations will come out pretty close, even if it's off a little bit. Hey, we got another valley fold. Now, right now, we're not putting a whole origami project together. So it doesn't matter whether it's a valley fold or a mountain fold. But what I want to pay attention to is this triangle right down here. Now, we labeled the three sides in our notes, A, B, and C. Now, the hypotenuse is the C side. The hypotenuse is the one that's across from the right angle. So let me draw my little right angle on here, right? It was a square, right? And we just made a triangle here. Okay, so I'm going to darken that triangle in case it's not showing up on the camera. Okay, there's my hypotenuse. The hypotenuse, again, is across from the right angle. So I'm going to put a big C over on that side. Now, I'm not sure which sides are A and B, but if I look at my notes, right, so let's go back and look at our notes. The A side looked shorter than the B side, right? The A side looked shorter than the B side. Now, I should probably look at my triangle that was over here in my notes. The oops, going too far here. Come on, computer. The A side is shorter than the B side. And you'll notice that the A side is across from a 30-degree angle and the B side's across from a 60-degree angle. So like if we're looking at our triangle that we just folded, I think this triangle is oriented a little different than the one in our notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it around like this and see if you guys agree. This angle up here looks smaller than the angle at the bottom. And so I'm gonna claim that this is my 30-degree angle right up there. And this is my 60-degree angle right down here. Okay. I'm going to get my protractor out and I'm going to measure it, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. So the side that was across from the 30-degree angle, we're going to call that A. The side that's across from the 60-degree angle, we're going to call that B. Now you need to take your ruler out and we're going to measure the lengths of our sides. Okay. I put my ruler away and now I cannot find it. Here we go. There it is. So I'm going to measure the side lengths. My side length comes out to be about 12.3 centimeters. Is that accurate? 12.4 centimeters. So I'm going to put on here 12.4 centimeters. Now I'm going to measure the B side. B side comes out to be 21.3. I'll say 21.3. Let me double check that. Okay, did I do that right? Yeah, it looks about right. And let's see, the C side. Here we go. The C side, how big is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse comes out to be about 25. Okay, so this side over here, oh geez, my C is kind of sideways. 25 centimeters. All right. Once you get those three measurements, you're going to take those three measurements and you're going to record them in your table. Okay, so my A, my B, my C is going to go right in here. So it was 12.4, 21.3, and 25. And then I want to take the C length divided by the A length. So whatever I have here divided by that length, that's going to go in this spot. And then my B length divided by my A length. So what's, my B divided by A is going to go right over here. And we're going to see if there's any pattern to everybody's measurements. All right, so that's our experiment we're doing in class today. The reason we're doing that is because a lot of times our class is going to operate like this. We're going to have a formative assessment. Who knows some of this material already? That's what this is all about. A formative assessment, like a pretest. Sometimes we'll do a formative assessment after I've taught some things, and I just want to see if I've made it clear or not. If I haven't made it clear, we need to revisit those items. And then we'll do an activity, right? So our activity today is collect some data. We've got a bunch of different squares that we're going to do these folds with. And then we're going to make some conclusions based on the data that we've generated. Okay, so this would be a homework assignment. So in your notes, you're going to want to record all this information, on our table. You get points for the notes. And then we'll do some practice problems down below. So let me zoom out here for a second. We're going to write down some conclusions with reflections, and then we'll do some practice problems in our homework in our notebook right below our notes. So I hope I'm making this clear. Rather than me just talk about it in a syllabus, we're going to experience it today and how class sometimes takes notes. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm looking forward to a great year.